Hey guys, reacting to Inside Star Citizen distribution allocation. Let's check this out. It's a new like PvP location, PvE as well, but this is what they have to say.
At CitizenCon 2952, we introduced the concept of distribution centers. These enormous terrestrial microcosms of Star Citizen's entire FPS experience. And since that time, we've intermittently followed along with their progress as they make their way to the persistent universe in the upcoming Alpha 323. And with that milestone approaching in just the next few months, let's dive under.
Next few months. How many months? We don't know. It could be 5, it could be 20, we have no idea. Just saying, because sometimes people get offended by, oh, they said no. They do not. Someone was discussing this in Global, of all things, saying, I don't know which ship that it was to be released. And no, they don't give any specific date. Any specific date that you saw anywhere about anything is not from Star Citizen. They just do not do that.
Underground one more time and see where they're at now, and discuss a little more about what you'll be doing once you get inside.
What are distribution centers?
It's a super basic question, but I've got to unravel about 2 years worth of development time in order to answer it.
So a distribution center is a colossal hub that an organization owns that they distribute goods for, and this could be commodities themselves or stuff that they're making.
They're very big locations on the ground. They're a hive of activity. But you can also go there and cause some chaos as well.
To the player, depending on what faction it is, it's still going to be a means to way of getting different types of missions.
We don't want you to go to this location and be the only person there doing a thing. In some locations, you're going to find that you're just doing a delivery mission, you're hauling some cargo out there, you're dropping it off, and you're getting your fee for doing that. But while that's happening, another player could be infiltrating it, they could be assassinating a VIP in there.
They provide a large variety of gameplay. And
that's nice. The knife takedown, that's pretty cool. Like assassination missions, like stealth ones, that would be nice.
Into bombing runs.
That is also interesting. So with your bomber, like what's it, the E1 or your C or your A2, you could just fly by, and maybe a mission. I'm assuming here a mission is just go bomb the fuel tanks of X facility, and you just fly by, and if you have the ship, you fly by and just drop a bomb.
First-person combat.
Or shoot it, maybe. You know.
Theft, you name it.
A whole quagmire of different things going on at any one time.
Basically a microcosm for all the FPS-related gameplay in the universe.
What's your favorite thing about the distribution centers?
They're nearly done.
Nearly done. Not done. Nearly done, okay?
So at CitizenCon, we showed you what is going on at these locations, but you want to know what's actually coming in 3.23, so let me tell you. We're going to have multiple DCs throughout the Stanton system. Each one of those is going to be owned by different brands. Some of them are going to be friendly towards you, some of them they're going to be hostile towards you. At each location, you're going to have access to both sides of the building, both wings. On those wings, we have 2 landing pads and a hangar, and 2 cargo freight elevators. Plus you've got the wing itself, so all the missions that you can do outside. On the inside, you'll have access to the lobby and the rooms off that, so sleeping habs, a kitchenette, some VIP spaces, and some maintenance places.
Sleeping habs, that would be like sleeping habs where we could actually log out. That would be pretty cool, so we would have another possible place to log out. That would be... I don't think that it is. It would be great if it is. It would be great if we could log out in these places.
Places in there as well, all with missions.
Below that, you're into the main body of it, which has got the central part, which is the warehouse, which is where mainly all the goods go. Branching off of that leads into 2 side roads. From there can be a mixture of rooms. It's always the cargo shop, which is a part delivery space, part canteen.
Cargo delivery shop, so you could buy like parts for mining or ship components.
For the staff to use for refreshment and taking a break. Storage rooms, which are the main whole of distributing big cargo boxes, which have to be used to be picked up via a tractor beam.
There are worker rest areas, there are security areas, side rooms.
And a side road, which is more like a little maintenance area, but it does have an underfloor, again with the ventilation access. That's on the inside. Branching out from that as well, there are 2 wings. Each one comes equipped with a cargo area, a shipping depot, and security door from the outside.
Okay, I don't think you can actually log out here. I mean, it would be great if you can, but those hubs, I think they're referring like the people that work there, the canteen and all that stuff, not for the players.
Hopefully enough content for you to get your teeth into in this kind of initial release.
Can you bring vehicles inside?
To the outside wings, yes, but you can't drive them into the actual center, no.
No.
Sound really confident about it. Why can't you take vehicles inside?
Because we block them off.
How'd you block them?
All odds.
Vehicle force field?
All odds.
You're telling me there's no way a player is going to be able to tractor beam a vehicle over those ballers and get a vehicle inside?
I would like to say no.
Backers, you know better. The challenge is made. Get the vehicles in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So what will bring players to the distribution centres will depend on the type of player, as we want to give variety, depending if you're an aggressive player or a non-aggressive player and or lawful or unlawful. It's for the 4 types of player that exist in the persistent universe. So there's aggressive, lawful, unaggressive, lawful, aggressive, unlawful, and unaggressive, unlawful.
So combat, basically, if you do combat or not.
Which one are you?
I quite like being aggressive. If you're going to go in, you might as well go in hard, right? I'm nice in real life, so I can be aggressive, unlawful in the verse.
For aggressive lawful players, you might get a mission where you have to go in and defend one of the distribution centres from a hostile attack by outlaw gangs.
So that will be
You
PvE,
could
right?
receive a distress call from the owner of the distribution centre being informed that a gang is trying to acquire goods from a certain section
So it's gonna be the same kind of hostiles we already know. I hope the AI is better.
of it, say the storage room.
The player will arrive. They will make their way to the location which is under attack. They will go in, they will see a battle underway between defending forces and the attackers, and they will join sides with the defending forces to take out the attackers. Those attackers might come in waves, they might have big heavies with them, they might have bigger weaponry, but you will join together, possibly with friends, to take out this big assaulting force. Lawful non-aggressive players might want to do something more like delivery or hauling. It's a distribution center. So you'll be able to come in, land, load your ship with all the various cargo, depending on what kind of distribution center it is, and take it where it needs to go, whether that's another distribution center or somewhere else completely different.
The plan from doing an internal delivery will be using a hover trolley to distribute one cargo or multiple cargo boxes from one section in the distribution centre to another. They really are big enough to do an entire mission without ever leaving. You could be doing a delivery from one room, let's say the storage room, up to the lobby.
For an aggressive illegal player, you might do an all-out assault on the distribution center. You can fly in, the location security will kick in, so you'll be trespassing, you'll get shot at by turrets.
Yeah.
If you manage to land, you will infiltrate the facility.
Probably here is where you're like better off landing a little bit away, sneaking in with a little land vehicle.
All guards will be hostile to you, and you can go in, you can, if it's
The new sights are nice. I like these better.
an assassination mission, you can go in, take out a VIP. If it's a theft mission, you can run a heist, go in, rob the place, get out again.
So you can be more stealth or just go in like a little bit harder.
Each distribution center, especially the bigger company ones, would have armed guards at least on site. They'd also have turrets mobilized around the outside, so you would have to, coming in by air is very dangerous because you would be distinctly seen as trespassing. So each security zone around a distribution center protects it, even from the air, not just the ground. So for non-aggressive, unlawful theft missions would be a prime example of you sneaking into distribution center to avoid being detected by security to acquire goods unlawfully.
You can basically do a stealth version of the hostile mission.
Right,
So instead of it being an all-out assault and going in guns blazing, maybe you find a back route in. Maybe you sneak in past guards, make your way to the location without being detected. If you get the item that you need to steal, you can turn around, make your way out, and hope they don't find you. For players that don't have a mission, the response that you get when you approach a distribution center is going to depend on which distribution center it is. Some are going to welcome visitors. They'll be quite happy to see you. Others definitely don't want any visitors at all.
So depending on the type of facility, some public ones, and you'll be able to come in and just use it as a social space. Other higher security level ones, you would not have or be granted access without being granted a mission. So besides missions, if a player decides to go like full chaotic evil inside a distribution center, they can go in full guns blazing, but they're going to be met with a lot of resistance. So you're going to need to see some pretty, like a heavily armored ship to deal with the anti-air guns and a lot of firepower when you get inside because there's a load of guards to deal with.
Yeah, usually they're not very good.
So a big driving force behind the distribution centers is to really bring players together in all different kinds of ways. So maybe you've got somebody there who's running a delivery mission, and at the same time, you've got a group of people coming in to raid the place and steal a bunch of stuff. They all get caught up together in a whole big mess, and the hope is that it's a fun, exciting, and probably quite chaotic experience.
We want it so that as you're playing it through, yeah, other things are happening around you, things that you sort of want to get involved in yourself.
I hope the players perceive it as mainly for the variety, to give the players the choice to like just to lean into, do they want to be aggressive or do they want to be passive, that we know different players like playing different ways.
Oh, this will be so buggy. This will be terrible. Just think Siege of Orison 10 times.
We're hoping this variety in the distribution center gives the players the access, whether they want to play that aggressive or passive fantasy inside the verse.
Of course, this is the first drop of the distribution centers, and development will be ongoing. We're shooting for a healthy variety of distribution centers for 3.23, and more to come as we approach 4.0.
So at some point after 3.23 and into the future, I don't know when, we are going to be looking at the end game stuff that you want to play, and that's going to be in the form of raids.
Okay.
Raid!
Raids!
Yeah, that's fun.
Don't put that in.
Oh, we're definitely leaving that in.
Okay, so that's it. It's gonna be super buggy, but I'm happy it's happening. Guys, that's all for now. See you on the next one. Take care.